Welcome everybody to my first Hearthstone video. This is Leviscus, and today we're going to be going over a little bit of an overview of everything of the game itself. We'll be discussing the different play modes, different options you have as far as your main menu, and we're going to hop into a game, take a look at the board, give a quick overview of everything that has to do with the game board, as well as get a look at mechanics, certain things you can do during the game, and hopefully not get our butts kicked in the process. So without further dudes, let's get started. First off, you'll see we're at our main menu. You've got three different play options. You've got play, which pits you against other players in real time, in real life. No, not AI BS. If you want to play against the AI, maybe hone your decks a little bit, or if you have an idea of what you want to play, you've got a deck built, but you're not quite sure how it's going to work out, you can go into the practice mode, pull it up here. You can pick whatever decks you have built, or you can choose from just the basic starter decks. It'll pit you up against an AI opponent of any class you want to play against, and kind of learn the ropes that way. The arena, it's kind of a draft system. If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, you'll have a good chance with that. To play in the arena, you can pay $2 or pay 150 gold, which at the moment I don't have, so we're not going to be doing that at the moment, but there will be a future video in the future. Not the present, but in the future, showing you how that works. Down here at the bottom, you've got your Blizzard store, where they take all your monies. You can buy packs for gold. Each pack contains 5 cards with at least 1 rare card or better. I have yet to pull a legendary, so I don't even know what those look like. Different rarities include your starter level cards, which you get by unlocking by playing certain classes, getting them leveled up. And these whites are common, blues are rare, purples are epic, and oranges are legendary. You'll get those from packs. If you don't want to pay gold, because it's freaking impossible to get, you can give Blizzard $3 for 2 packs, $10 for 7 packs, $20 for 15 packs, and if you've got money to blow, which unfortunately I don't, $50 will net you 40 packs. And attention, you're going to spend the real monies. But we're not going to do that today. Beside the store icon, you've got your quest log, which will show you how many wins you have in play mode, what your best arena medal is, how many wins you've gotten in the arena, all of your hero levels, where you're sitting at that, your total level, and you can have up to 3 daily quests, all of which will give you gold, and they do carry over to the next day. So if I don't do this today, it will still be there tomorrow, which is nice, so you don't lose out on all that precious gold. Here, if we had any packs to open, you see them over here on the side. Again, they're like, hey, you don't have any packs, why don't you buy some? And I'm like, I'm a poor guy, I don't have any money, I'm not going to do that. You get the card packs, you drag them over into this little square here. When you do that, it bursts open, shows you your 5 cards, and stuff and things. That was a little preemptive. That screen you just saw, if you click on My Collection, it will pull up your entire collection. It'll have all your custom-made decks that you have built. You can sort by class, pull up just their class-specific cards. If you want to slip through the pages here, you can click on the sides. We'll go back and forth. We'll show you everything you have for those classes. Down here at the bottom, you can choose between looking at your golden cards in all sets. You can look at your own cards that you have, nothing unlocked. You can pull up everything from the basic set to the expert set and the reward set, which the only reward card I have is Gelben Mechtork, who's a fucking badass. He's my only legendary, and I only got him because I gave them money. I'm such a whore. Anyway. Oh, I guess I should show this. We'll pull up our Sherman Dirk, kind of give you an idea of how that works. As you're building a deck, over on the side you can name it whatever you'd want to name it. It will show you every card you have in the deck, what their cost is, how many of each you have. In your standard decks, you can only have up to 2 of any type of card, but you can have, if you want to build a deck of nothing but spells, I don't think it's possible, but you can try. When you're building a deck, you'll have your own class-specific cards, and those will be labeled per whatever class you are. So you have access to all of their spells, as well as your neutral minions. Those are not class specific, you can use them in whatever decks you want. Again, the 2-card rule applies. except for legendaries. Legendaries, you can only have one per deck. So now that that's done, let's go ahead. We'll go into a play mode real quick. Give you guys a look at the game board, see how it works, as well as how the game mechanics play out. We'll talk a little bit about the different card mechanics as far as like what a taunt minion is, what charge does, what battle cry does. Don't know if we'll hit everything, but I will go over it in depth in a future video. Hey, we're playing against Keyboard. Or Keyboard. We are playing against Rexar, the Huntard. I hate going first. Okay, as you'll see here, when you start up a game, you draw 3 cards if you go first. If you go second, you draw 4 as kind of a way to compensate for going second. Also, if you go second, you won't see it here, but you'll notice when we go to the main board, he'll pull us a new card when it's his turn. That card is called the Coin. It costs 0 to play, basically gives you an extra mana for that turn only, and you can play it whenever you want. So again, it's kind of just a little buffer to help the person that goes second keep up with the person that goes first. I personally think it's a little overpowered, but that's just me. What you're seeing here, what I can do as far as our starting hand, if you want to keep your cards, they will stay green. If you want to, say, give one up, pull something else, you can replace them. Like that a little bit better. Once the game starts, you'll draw your first card. And that's actually not a bad card to start with. You'll see here on the game board, you've got your enemy minion, their hero power, your hero power. And as far as all the hero powers and all the heroes and who they are, again, I'll make a future video for that as well. Kind of give you an in-depth look at all the heroes, what they can do, and what their hero powers entail. You'll notice down here at the bottom, you have mana crystals. That's what you use to cast spells. Every turn, you'll gain an extra crystal up to a maximum of 10. You'll see as I play a card here, that will use that 1 mana crystal, which leaves me with 0 for the turn. That will replenish next turn. And I get another Shiv, yay. When you're done with your turn, you can pass the turn. That will show his turn. Your decks are on the sides. You can highlight them at any time to see how many cards you have left. If you do run out of cards in your deck, you will start taking damage for each card you can't draw in succession. So if you have, say, 0 cards in your deck, the first time you draw and you can't draw, you take 1 damage. Next turn you take 2, next turn you take 3, and so on. So try not to deck yourself too quick, because that can get gnarly pretty fast. So we're going to kill off his minion here with the Shiv. And you'll see here on the sideboard, everything that you do, I believe it's for like the past 7 or 8 things that have happened. If you miss something or you're not sure quite what happened, you can look at your sideboard here. That will tell you exactly what took place. So you can see first turn, I shivved him for 1 damage. He played a Timberwolf. I then shivved it my next turn. So if you miss anything or you're not quite sure what went on, check your sideboard here, and that will show you what happened. And
the pleasure is
apologize to my opponent for taking so long between turns, but I would like to explain these things to you. And while we're waiting for our opponent to play his River Crocolisk, if you take a look at your boards, each game board has a few little tricks you can do here or there. Like, I'm going to just light me a fire here while we start my turn. Let's see. Go ahead and show you how hero powers work. Every hero power costs 2 mana. Each one does something specific to its class. So for instance, the rogue hero power gives me a dagger, of course, because we like to pew pew. When you have a weapon equipped, only certain classes can have weapons in their deck. I believe every class can equip them if you can somehow either steal a weapon from your opponent using a certain card, or that sort of thing. With your weapons, you'll see at the bottom 2 different numbers. The bottom on the left-hand side indicates how much damage it does. The number on the right indicates its durability. Every time you attack with a weapon,
here we go.
It loses 1 durability. When its durability reaches 0, the weapon is destroyed. Bye-bye weapon. You'll see on your hero portraits, I probably should have explained this first, but I wasn't thinking about it. Each hero starts with 30 health. That number is indicated by the little teardrop to the right of their portrait. Oh, and that's actually a good indication of a taunt minion. When anyone plays a minion with taunt, if I were to play a minion and try to attack him, you must attack minions with taunt first. That's just how it works. Kind of like in World of Warcraft. You got a warrior and he's running up and he's like, taunt! And the fucking minion's like, oh hey, this is a guy, I gotta hit him instead of the guy that's beating on me from behind. That's what it does. It basically saves your ass from getting hit. So we're going to throw out our knife juggler. He has a passive ability. Passive abilities will be indicated by a little lightning bolt on the character portrait while they're in play. His happens to be, after you summon a minion, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. I will showcase this here. Armani Berserker. Put him into play, triggers Knife Juggler, and he's like, take that, mofo.
Here we go.
And I'm just going to hold off attacking for now. The Armani Berserker is a good indicator of what Enrage abilities do. Enrage. If this minion takes non-lethal damage, say he gets hit for 2, that will take him down to 1 health. In doing so, he enrages from taking damage, which then in turn gives him 3 attack, which takes him up to 5 attack total. Which is nice if you're trying to pick off little minions. It's kind of hard to get him enraged without some sort of health buff. But when you can, it gets quite lethal pretty quickly. Let's get my fire going again, huh? Dust out the little tiger pelt. And maybe he'll showcase his hero power for us. Yeah.
Hope you like my invention.
Hope you won't. Oh, that's a good little indicator of Battle Cry. With Battle Cry, whenever the minion comes into play and hits the board, it triggers your Battle Cry effect. In that case, Novice Engineer hits the board, you draw a card. Certain other minions have certain other abilities, which are pretty cool. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm actually going to show you how combo works. Rogues have a certain ability that only they have, and I think shamans have the only other one. I could be wrong. In this case, it's combo. How combo works, if you play a card before playing the card with combo,
this guy's toast.
It gives them an extra ability when they come into play. So in that case, I played a backstab, killed their taunt minion, which triggered his combo, in which case when I play him, he deals 2 damage. Now there's different cards that do different combo abilities, and hopefully we'll pull a couple more of those to showcase them later on. Get my fire back up. And double rainbow! It's so beautiful! It's so beautiful! What you doing, Rexar, old buddy, old pal, old friend, old man, old pal? Hate your vines. I do too. See, the coin. Like I said, every time you go second, you will get that card. It gives you 1 extra mana to play for that turn, which can be very helpful in getting out relatively higher cost minions a bit quicker, help you get more board control. Should I just double Fan of Knives next turn? I think actually I'm going to use Betrayal. Smack that around. And chuck 1 Fan of Knives. Ah, there's another good combo minion. We will smack that. We'll smack that. Clear the board and end turn. I've actually got 2 cards I'm going to show you next turn and how they work. Another of which, oh, what a bitch! You take your arcane shot and you shove it up your butthole. Get another Battle Cry minion. When Razorfin Hunter comes into play, she summons a 1/1 boar, which is pretty cost effective. 3 costs put out to 2/3 and a 1/1. Not too bad. Not too bad. So what we're gonna do here go ahead, buff up our weapon, play our Blood Cell Raider. Bud. Its battle cry, I gain attack equal to the attack of my weapon. When we play it in, its power gets buffed. And I guess another thing I should have explained, on each card, kind of the same way weapons work, your attack and defense are showcased at the bottom. Bottom left equals your attack, bottom right equals how much health you have. Now, unlike Magic, when you take damage from cards, your health doesn't reset at the end of next turn. It stays constant. So that can be kind of a pain in the butt. So right now we're maintaining board control, which is nice. You get the drums rolling in the background. Okay, I'm done. Get my fire we got going because it's all nice and toasty and cozy over here. Oh, good lord, it's a core hound. No matter, we can kill it without breaking a sweat. Like a this. And another good combo card, Eviscerate. It deals 2 damage normally. If you combo into it, it deals 4 instead, and that can target anything on the board. Your own minions, your opponent, your opponent's minions. So it makes it a very versatile, very hard-hitting card. And that leaves us with enough mana to throw out another card I was wanting to showcase for you, Charge Minions. When a minion with charge comes into play, it can attack the same turn it is put into play. Typically when you play a minion, they get, I guess to use a magic term, summoning sickness. So it means when they hit the board, they can't, play their active abilities or attack until next turn. Nice thing with charge minions, they completely ignore that and they're like, hey! And they attack you anyway. Ooh. Now that's a nice indication of a battle cry that gives a buff. You'll have certain minions and or spells that give buffs to certain minions. In his case, he gives a friendly beast 2/2 and taunt. So in that case, it was a 1/1 boar, gets the buff, becomes a 3/3 boar with taunt. So in order to hit him anymore, I have to go through the boar, then I can hit him. So what we're going to do here, Fan of Knives, draw a card. Get my spell power out. I don't think this will work, but we'll try it. It did! Wow! Okay, you learn something new every day. I will take that.
Thank you.
And I think the lamest thing I think right now is this emote system. If you right-click on your character portrait, it pulls up different emotes you can say to your opponents. If you don't want to hear your opponents bitch and moan about everything, you can squelch them, which I'm pretty sure won't show their emotes when they play them. But I'm not like that. I will unsquelch him because he seems like a nice guy. And that's game. Nightblade. Again, it's a battle cry minion. When he hits the board, his ability prompts. When he hits the board, he deals 3 damage to the enemy hero. That will be just enough to kill him off. Well played to our opponent. We're going to smack him in the mouth with the Blood Cell Raider, and that's game. Awesome. At the end of a match, your victory or defeat screen will show up. In victory, you're all like, yeah, I'm awesome. In defeat, your portrait's kind of like, and everything's broken. Currently, as it stands, for winning games, if you win up to 5 in a row, you get a whopping 5 gold, which is miserable. I'm currently playing in ranked, so your ranking will go up the more you win. I just completed my daily quest, so I got 40 gold from that, which is a whole hell of a lot better than 5 gold every hour and a half to 2 hours. That being said, that was a quick little tutorial giving you an idea of how the game works, giving you an overview of the game board, the different play modes that you have. So yeah, stay on our next video. I'm going to be going over a quick rundown of all of your heroes, all the different classes, who they are, quick little history lesson on all of them, as well as their hero powers and how they work. Hopefully in the future as well, I will showcase the arena, show you how it works, give you a good idea of what you need to look for when building a deck in the arena, as well as getting my butt kicked after the fact when I'm playing in the arena. Alright folks, so until next time, keep playing, have fun, and we'll see you later. Peace!